No sé quién es este tío, pero vamos a ello, vamos a jugar, porque imagínate. En lo que yo espero a los otros, paso mejor me pongo a jugar, así que bienvenidos a mi canal, el canal de EliazxRD. Vamos a ver si me puedo cubrir ahora.
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. Now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Just out of range. Hold your breath. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. 100 hand slap. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Just goes for it at this range.
¿Y cómo? Si yo estoy cubierto. Wow.
Player 2
pues tú es así.
with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Yo cubierto, él me puede dar. No, no relaje.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Oh, what's this? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. A quick breather. Breaks the block with a throw. Oicho throw. You can't let them close in like that. Their drive gauges are looking bare. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Amazing! Ooh, there's a sight. There's a burnout. Here comes the corner pressure. Whoa! Critical art now.
La cámara me agarró.
No doubt about it.
O sea, él puede hacer eso y yo no, porque yo lo hice ahorita y no me salió. Yo no sé qué es lo que está pasando con estos juegos, Dios mío. Ven, abusadorcito, ven. Me ganaste, pero no te apures.
Sticks the combo. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Decides to go in with the target.
Toma lo tuyo.
Taking stock. Burnout activates. Big throws. Each hit is so important here. Goes for the farm, experiencing burnout. That was a well.
Pero ven acá, pero yo estoy presionando estoy presionando el drift y no me hace nada.
Immediate jump. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? The jump in is denied. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Knockdown. Grabs him, takes advantage of the hesitation, and gets some good damage in return. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Took him to the corner, and it's a good spot to use the super. Uses the game for the super.
Todo el mundo no sabe de qué lado uno cae aquí.
They're thinking of scoring, going on the offensive. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Stops for the critical art. Burns all three for the final bout. I hope they've got a stretcher on standby. That was a high survive.
Toma lo tuyo.
Last round, people. Both fighters got
No sé ni cómo le gané ahí, pero le gané.
Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Zones with the fireball. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Hits them with a stopping bomb. See that? Okay, here we go. Their drive gauge is up. There's a burnout.
Mira esa vaina, me agarré.
And they burn out in sync. All the throw connects. The throw is denied. What now? Totsugeki to the face. A real test of nerves here. Oh boy, both running empty on drive.
Wow, pero ¿y qué? Y es que el muñeco se pone pesado cuando está así. Porque yo estoy tratando de hacer algo y él no hace nada. Qué disparate, man. Yo no entiendo. Yo este juego no lo voy a entender por mucho tiempo, ¿no? Esto es increíble. Nada, vamos a esperar a más gente a ver qué pasa. ¿Quién se anima? Vamos a dejarlo ahí en combate. Ay, que esta bendita palanca se me queda aguantado ahí. Vamos a esperar a otro rival ahí. Me están invitando los muchachos, vamos a ver. Yo no sé invitar a nadie todavía aquí porque yo no sé qué juego es este, porque yo le doy estar, ¿verdad? Voy a CFN, aquí tengo los amigos míos, una lista de gente, ok. Si yo quiero invitar por ejemplo a esa persona, ¿cómo lo hago? No hay ninguna opción para eso. Si ahí mismo yo le doy, déjame ver, le doy a X y no hace nada. Si le doy ahí, me trae opciones que no valen la pena. Entonces, ¿para qué rayos están ahí? Se supone que ellos ahí en lista, si son mis amigos, si están online, yo debo tener la opción de invitarlos. Ahí mismo, porque que mira la lista ahí mismo donde está. Entonces, ¿dónde lo hago? No puedo hacer nada. Peticiones. ¿Cómo yo hago una ok, oh. Vamos a ver, peticiones enviadas y recibidas. Pero ¿cómo yo envío? Enviada es para yo enviársela a esta gente, pero recibida de ese, bien. Entonces, no entiendo. Esto es un disparate, así no me gusta. Esto de que del club, no sé en qué se basa esto aquí, ¿no? Ni me meto ahí. Entonces aquí en online, si hay una sala de combate, buscar sala, vamos a buscar la sala, a ver. Yo no sé en qué sala yo estoy. Vamos a ver si Tejada está aquí. Vamos a ver si Tejadita está aquí. Vamos a ver, no veo 3 victorias consecutivas. A ninguno de ellos lo conozco. O sea que él no está ahí. Vamos a entrar a la primera sala, a ver, buscar sala. A la primera que salga. Está bien. Leí en el chat que él está como en la primera. Pues está bien. Me metí en la primera. No veo. Ahí me metí. No veo a Tejada. Voy a tener que tirar una foto y mandársela. A ver si entiende dónde que yo estoy. Vamos a poner un ratico ahí a ver si Tejadita. A ver si Tejadita entra. No conozco el nick de él todavía. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver si él entra ahora. Ah, pero es que él no entiende. ¿Y por qué la sala no da el nombre? En la primera, pues yo le dije que iba a estar en la primera. Yo no sé, pero esto es muy incómodo esto de entender. Pero si esto es un... ¿Qué hacen esos puertorriqueños? Si la sala... Parece que yo estaba en un mal sitio, espérate. buscar sala. Vamos a buscar la sala que yo me metí. Ah. Es que yo tenía que meterme la de los dominicanos. Ahí es que tiene que estar Tejadita. Vamos a ver, primario. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. Ahí. Vamos a ver si ahí él me encuentra. La primera bandera de los dominicanos.
Anda, pero yo también esas ahora mismo. Espérame ahí.
Ya. Ah, que entre. Porque no hay de otra. Corre, Tejadita. Hoy. Quiero probar. Llegó Tejada, míralo ahí, papá. Llegó Tejadita. Vamos, oh, con DJ, what's up, dog? Challenger. Vamos a jugar con Tejadita. El DJ, compadre. Vamos a ver, Tejadita. Tejada va a tirar más fuego que el DH. Ese DJ está pulido ya.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Step into the ring.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Jump in finds the mark. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one with the life lead. Knockdown. Neither of them willing to back off. No more drive gauge. Shoots off a fireball up close. KO.
¿Qué pasó, Tejadita? Te agarré, Tejadita.
They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Ay, Tejadita. Dos koi.
Goes for the jump in to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps. Hits him with a stop and pop. Grabs and throws him away.
Mira, me agarró.
Knockdown and looking for a chance. Overdrive art. Both fighters planning something. Air slasher. Player two is dominating distantly to some big damage. And it's
wow. Buena, Tejadita.
Final round. The real fight starts now.
Pues yo estoy tratando de hacer una vaina y no me sale.
Low heavy. Big time whip.
Mira esa vaina.
Ooh, what a smart throw. Burnout activates. The jump in links it. Back into the turns out. Okay, crowns him from above. Dashes out the gate.
Ven acá, Tejadita.
This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not
Perdí, pero como quiera ahí voy con el dos koi.
Can they use their drive to stage its anti-game?
Ay, no brinque, gordito.
I've seen a lot of fights in
Te iba
my
a esperar,
day, but nothing
Tejadita,
even
papá.
comes close to this one.
Vamos
It's
a
not
darle.
over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Connects with medium kick. The overhead breaks the rhythm and shakes things up. Close him. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. No good up high. All right. Tries to throw but doesn't connect.
Bárbaro.
Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Taking stock. The comeback's gonna be tough now. Can they do it? Does a good job of KO.
Oh my god.
Player two sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round two.
Vamos, Tejadita.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Up into the air, experiencing burnout. The rapid-fire fist sends him up. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Medium kick hits. Burnout activates. Player 2 is dominating this match. One chance here may end this match. They decide to take a... just goes for it at this range. KO!
no.
That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Goes for an overhead. Goes for the surprise rush-in. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? Shows the overhead. Plays on the pressure with the projectile. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Shows the medium kick. Smart play with the throw. Going in, player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still weak. They were not clear for takeoff. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Okay, vamos a ver qué hacemos.
Connects with medium kick. Underhand slap. Overdrive jackknife. Throws a fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Shows a medium kick. The throw whiffs. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player going on the offensive. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. What'll happen here? Ooh, there's burnout activates. Can they create an opportunity for flatline zones?
Are you serious?
Expect to see some fireworks.
Are you serious?
Shows a medium kick. Rips the slasher out. Connects with medium kick. Barely all in with a rush. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Burns all three for the final round. I hope they've got a stretcher on standby. Oh, here we go. Yo, over here. This could really tip the scales. Player 2 reads the jump in perfectly. Dangerous tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Burns out. Noticeable light, low, heavy. What a finish!
Coño, me duelen los. Uf.
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
No, pero yo voy a tener que jugar con palanca esto sí.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Dazzles them with a flurry. Gets the combo. Decent damage. What's next? Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Life lead opens up. Next hit will end the round. They couldn't shake the projectile.
Pero ven acá, es que no tengo vaina.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. Amazing concentration on display as they punish when their opponent's attack left them wide open. Overdrive jackknife. Scrapping it out, up, experiencing burnout. Burnout activates. Quick breather. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. The drive's off the table. What else have they got? Air slasher. Both fighters planning something? Low heavy. 100 hand. Noticeable life lead is a comeback still. More fuel to the fire. Cook him up. Sits him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Did not miss that chance and takes the round.
Sumo.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Who's going to steal this win? Player 2 with the lead. Forward rush. Closes the distance. They pushed their way out. They were waiting for it. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Quick medium poke. What now? What are they gonna do? They're hurt. It's what a finish.
Wow, como duele, me mucho.
Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. 100-hand slap. Burnout activates. Shoots off a fireball up close. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. They need to hold out. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Big counter. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Takes a trip, experiencing burnout. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Big man's coming for you. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Rips the slasher out. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Burnout activates. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Going on the offensive? Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach it? They're going for the super art?
Diablo, dije que lo agarró.
Nice and clean. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish.
Ay, dije que lo agarró, mira.
Brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves
La
a streak.
firma de Jay.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Checks with a medium kick. Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. All right, what's coming up next? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Goes for a driver. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. They've piled up enough. Charges forward. Rips the slasher out. Risky up close scrap still going. Medium kick hit. Anything off the smash? Both fighters planning something? Burnout activates. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Overdrive check. Going in? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Connects with the throw. Okay, here we go. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Puts the fear of God in. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Rolling Soba. The jump-in is denied. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Knockdown. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Clean parry. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 1 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. Took him to the corner in a flash. Going in, good old slash. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. All in with the rush. Ah, burnout activates. Good heads-up play going for that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
¿Cómo cojo otro? Quiero cambiar, pero no puedo.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake.
Yo no sé cómo rayos
Both
se coge
fighters will
aquí.
need to bring their A game to the table.
Desde la sala, yo no sé cómo se coge.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Jump in finds the mark. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireball. Stands firm and blocks the drive-in. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. All right. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Air slasher. Charges forward. Somehow pushes, goes for the super up KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Tries to set the tone with that charging attack. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Miss your mark with an impact and you're open to a punish. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Blocks. Shows them he charges forward. Are they going to be able to come back and clutch anti-air? Are we going to see a comeback? What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters got to go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Rushes that off and keeps going. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Ah, burnout activates. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Knocked them out of the air. What's next? And eats it. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Blocks the low kick. What are they gonna do? Both sides getting ready. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Crowns them from above. Noticeable. Oh my God, they just chunked it up. I can't believe it. Player 1 can't let this simmer. It is over. Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Close switch sets up with the jump in. Medium kick hits. Takeout. Still scrapping for control of the space. Holds out with the block. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Misfire with the drive impact. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Knockdown. The jump in is denied. Life lead opens up. 100 hand slap. Denies the low heavy. Checks him with the projectile. Overdrive check KO.
No le dio.
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Yo no sabía que se activaba.
Goes for the jump in to start. Good old slap.
Pero ¿por qué se cae el combo si yo lo estoy haciendo bien?
Throws them to negate the block. That throws you some good damage.
Mira eso, está bien, yo sé que no le puedo. Yo sé que no le puedo tirar esa vaina.
Medium kick hits. Both fighters are low on drive. What'll they use it on? Oh, it shows.
Toma lo tuyo.
Player 2 has an empty drive experiencing burnout. Throws them away. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Pumps the brakes on the impact. Oh, now that is a punish. But oh, what's this? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish.
Hey,
pleasure! Wake up! We're in for a good time. Player 1 is in burnout. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Crowns him from above. Player 1 smashes out the game right there. Oh, hits the critical arc. I gotta bust out the projectors, bust out the rulers, and think of a plan while this damage plays out. I can't believe it. Excellent block. Oh no. God, this fighter's got some big arms.
Wow, jugué mal ahí.
Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Esos narradores como que no tan buenos, ¿no? ¿Y qué fue? Se puso lento el juego.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Nothing stops this train. This is gonna be.
Pero de por Dios, yo estoy haciendo el coso y no me sale.
Sticks the combo. Decent damage. What's next? Neither can lean on their drive too hard right now. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner.
Wow.
Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Life lead opens up. Good job block. Oicho! What's their game plan here? The big play does it. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Grabs them. Extending that drive gauge. Player 2 was kept on their toes all round and didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. We may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. Denies the jump in. Going in. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Rips the slasher and drive rush to keep it going. Both fighters untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this round.
Está pasado ese DJ.
Big opportunity. Just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Get ready, because it's time for the final bout. Cashes out the mirrors and get a ringside seat. Player 1 with the lead. Will they go? There's a drive impact. Dazzles them with a flurry. Player and whips. They're wide open. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on Finn. Anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 gotta do better than that. This can lead to some big damage. What's next? Oh, this will break them. This may turn into a big chance. Oh, the throw connects. Okay, it hits the drive. Chisels him down.
Wow, pero esto es increíble. Yo estoy haciendo algo
Comes out on top of that fierce
y me sale otra cosa.
That match had it all. It's not
No
over
problem,
yet.
no problem.
Best believe it's time for that run back. Drives it back, misses. Smart play with the throw. Connects with medium kick. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Fireball from very long. What's next here? Takes a trip. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Taking stock. Brushes off the impact. Just out of range for that throw. Got their eye on the air.
Aquí no lo agarra.
Coming up next. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach? Experiencing burnout. Big low attack.
Pero ven acá, pero yo voy avanzando, pero yo me cubrí.
The first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
¿Qué vamos a hacer?
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left.
En serio.
Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Whiffs the impact. Burnout activates. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Going in? In there!
Yo tengo que aprenderme bien el bendito comando ese porque a mí no me está saliendo.
On all of your chances.
Porque hay normales que tienen que salir sin importar que tú tengas.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Absorbs the attack and fires back. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. What are they thinking here? Starts off zoning with fireballs. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. All right, what's coming up next? From up above. Taking stock. Was look KO.
Demasiado incómodo jugar
Player
con
2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 2 experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Player 2 ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter event. Burnout activates. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Rips the slasher out. Burnout dissipates. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough.
Pero si yo estoy cubierto, no debería, yo no debería ser golpeado.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Gets the jump in. Blocks the jump in. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1, in that dangerous burnout state, takes a trip. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Overdrive jackknife. Going in, KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Pokes with a medium kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Take out! This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Blocks it! Butt smash! Experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Air slasher. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. And whip! They're wide open.
Maldita vaina.
This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Good night. Flatline zone.
Pero ven acá, y es que DJ cambia el baile.
It Not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Sneaks in above. Good old slaps. No good up high. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. What's going to follow the combo? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Okay, creating some space here. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. From up above. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Takes a trip. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Knockdown. Gets him. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps in. Holds out with the block. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Medium kick hits. Going in. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. There's a change of sides. Brushes that off and keeps going. This is gonna be bad news. What'll happen here? 100 hands opts for the critical art. Gets the critical art. Even when the chips are down, they're still looking for a play to take this fight. Now they're gonna think of a follow-up. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. God's nothing but air. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Flatlines him. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. No knockdown as the low heavy is blocked. From up above. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Saw that low heavy coming. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Was looking for that jump attack. They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage. Goes for the super art. Medium kick hits. Big counter. Taking stock.
Pero ¿y cómo?
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? From up above. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Experiencing burnout. The rapid fire fist sends them up. The engagement here will have a huge effect on the rest of the match. Jumps up. Burnout activates. In there. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Holds out with the block. Player 2 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Does a good job of pushing back. Takes a trip. I can't keep track of these. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Overdrive art. Rips the slasher out. Connects with medium kick. Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Dashes. 100 hand slap. They're trading attacks. Jumps. Good old slap. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. 100 hand. A quick breather. Just goes for it at this range. They need to capitalize on this drive disparity. Drive it back, misses. Sticks out a kick. Okay, here we go. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Who will come out on top in this final round? Hits him with a stop and pop. Which fighter they're going for the super art? They can't squander this punish counter check. Drumming up a beatdown. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Dangerous range here. Snap! Headbutt! Sticks out a kick. Here comes the wow, Saturn waiting for this opening. Hits that with confidence. Both sides getting ready. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Pumps the brakes on the impact. There's a burnout. Back into the corner. Drops that off. Machine gun uppercut. Gets the corner switch. It might be some time for payback. Oh, now that is a punish. The low's blocked. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Fires up stage hard.
Coño, maldita vaina.
Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Qué maldita vaina.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that bloodbath. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Shuts that down with a parry. Rips the slasher out. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Big counter. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Big low reaching heavy. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Rips the slasher out. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Hits them with a stop and pop. Player 1 can't let their drive get. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Air slasher. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Uses the parry so the opponent can't dictate the pace of the round. Rips the slasher out. Experiencing burnout. They are absolutely just goes for it at this range. The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill.
Qué tema con
they got him so quick. That's what happens when you capitalize
DJ
on all of
Gana.
your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight.
Cubierto, no me puede así.
Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. They hit each other. Takes a trip. Gets the jump in. Neither of them willing to back off here. Was looking for that jump attack. Taking stock. Player, burnout activates. The kick hits. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Shows the medium kick. That's some big juicy damage on that counter.
Yo no sé cómo que él me agarra
the meter to up the damage
yo
by
estoy
a bit.
cubierto.
Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Player 1 hits him with a stop and pop. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Just goes for it at this range. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. They're going for the super art? That's a counter. Anything off the smash? There's a burnout. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Solid anti-air. A real test of nerves here. Opts for the critical art. Wait, what? Are they actually dead?
Diablo, yo no pensé que él iba a ganar. Pero ni yo me lo creo que le gane. Yo no lo creo que yo le gane. No.
Fires off an air slasher. Hopes with a medium kick. Player one won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Blocks. 100-hand slap. Taking chunks out of each other here. Player one is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure.
Controle.
Nice fireball. Player two has the super gauge advantage. Solid anti-air. Player two is in a very good spot. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Lift off.
No, hombre.
Player two comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The drive impact is denied. Player one chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player one is just about out of drive out. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Taking stock. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Just out of range for that growth. All right, what's coming up next? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Knockdown. Oicho! Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Tough tap to close it. Player two.
Entonces no se pega lo suficiente para uno darle un estrellón. Aquí no se puede hacer así.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what brushes that off and keeps going. Drumming up a beatdown. Checks them with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Big man's coming for you. Player one will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Max picks a good spot to use the super. Get ready, because it's time for the final bout. Cashes out the meter to get a ringside seat. What'll happen here? You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Brushes that off and keeps going. Are we gonna see a comeback? Cashes out the cage right there.
No, pero está relajando.
Still alive.
¿Qué? No, pero en serio. ¿Y cómo vació él toda esa vaina? No, pues no lo puedo creer.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Goes for a drive round. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. Can they outlast it? Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Gets a chance with that jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Had the radar up and running. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Takes a trip. Each hit is so important here. Still slugging it out at this range.
Bárbaro, pero yo lo estoy haciendo y no me sale.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Yo creo que después que uno hace eso, eso no sale.
Opts to create space to start. Who's going to start things off? 100 hand slap.
Pero cómo él sabe.
Projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 1 has empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Max SA gauges. Unwithdrawn critical. What's gonna happen? Burns all 3 for the final bout. I hope they've got a stretcher on standby. Damn it. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? Closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves
yo porque no me recuerdo de las otras técnicas.
It's not over yet.
Será ponerme a inventar,
time for that comeback. 100 hand slap. Burns the drive gauge. Deftly shuts out the junker. Goes for the throw. Player 2 has the life lead. Knockdown. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? The load doesn't connect. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Feeling out the spacing. Life lead opens up. Checks them with the projectile. Where is their opening? The kick hits! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Big counter. Player 1 had a hard time managing their drive gauge last round, and I'm sure they're aware that they need to start a capsule. Taking stock. Player 1 will need to play conservative until their drive recovers. Burnout activates. The rapid fire fist sends them up. Experiencing burnout. Takes the opponent out of the air. Going on the offensive? Connects with medium kick. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Looking for a chance. What's next? They exchange blows. They kept a close eye on the skies and it paid off. Good reactions there. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Will we see our fighters fill each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Neither of them willing to back off. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fire. That drive impact doesn't get through. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Taking stock. Experiencing burnout. Oicho! This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it.
Coño, pero eso bendito fuego, mano.
Picks up the always important first
round. Lío.
They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
What an opening statement there! Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. The impact doesn't do anything. Hits them with a stopping blow. Drumming up a beatdown. Then charges forward. Goes for the jump in. Up into the air. Burnout activates. Hugs nothing but air. And they create an opportunity for themselves to steal the cashes out the cage right there. This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. Oh, here we go. Goes to the air. Kick out of nowhere.
Pero ven acá, entonces yo no tengo chance. Le doy arriba, él cae primero y me daba alrededor a mí.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Connects with medium kicks. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Taking stock. Burnout is triggered. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Converts the opening impact into a punish counter. The rapid fire fist sends him up. Sneaks in above. 100 hand slap. Going in. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Rolling Soulbot. Rips the slasher out. They return to center stage. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if it just goes for it at this range. Closing it out with a super hard finish. Nice and clean. Taking no prisoners. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. How is this match going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Will the drive parry here open things up for them? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Had the radar up and running. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. All right, what's Jackknife Max?
No, hombre, eso no sirve, man. No puede hacer ese combo no funciona. No puede hacer eso, porque él siempre va a hacer esa vaina.
Round 2. Fight.
Drive time. Who's going to start things off? Rips the slasher out. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Time to sit on the lead. Burnout activates. Player delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Still slugging it out at this range. This may be it. They return to center stage. KO. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. All right. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Taking stock. Blocks the low heavy. Grabs them. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Shows the medium kick. The opening on that impact. Experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? The rapid fire fist sends him up. Air slasher. Sneaks in above. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Going on the offensive? Pokes with a medium kick. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this rate. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Are we going to see a comeback here? Rips the slasher out. Scuff him. Barely blocks the jump-in. Oh, blocks the cross-up. What now?
Pero nada más son los golpes de él que valen. ¿Y qué es lo que pasa? Porque está bien que él me esté dando cubierto, pero yo estoy reaccionando y no sale.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Air slasher. Had the radar up and running. Both sides looking for an opening. All right. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage.
Yo lo estoy tratando de hacer, no me sale.
Needs to deal with this burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. I can't keep track of these corner stitches. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Rips the slash around. The kick hits. Player 2
¿Qué onda no tiene
That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Yo no sé, no tiene.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jump! Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Good old slaps. Still slugging it out at this range. Rips the slash around. Breaks the block with a throw. This may be it. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. What a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Rolling Soba from up above. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Wow, shut down. Solid combo. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Where's their opening? So they break forward to pressure, gets them. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 1 got smothered that round. They'll need to shake it off and show some more adaptation. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation, experiencing burnout. A quick breather. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. They return to center stage. Still slugging it out at the... just goes for it at this range. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. They both decide to ease the tension and back off. Will they gamble something here on a using their drive gauge? Only a little bit of drive and life. Oh my god, they just jumped it up. Oh, here we go.
Pero conchole, yo lo estoy tirando.
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters.
Wow.
They put on a real clinic for
Parece que porque uno está en burnout no funciona.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Good old slaps. Takes them all the way to the corner with that.
Perdón.
Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner.
Wow, ¿qué le pasa?
Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Neither of them willing to back off. Checks them with a projectile. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Fake out. One shot is all both fighters need. A super art. The counterattack connects. Great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Spirits are lifted. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The super armor does its job. This fight is just underway. Were they baiting them into that? A drive impact. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Connects with medium kick. Shows the medium kick. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Still slugging it out at this range. Finds the target. Are we gonna see a come? They're going for the super art. Responds with the ultimate killer head ram. Gets carried to the corner. Quick medium poke. This can leave flatline.
Pero ven acá, ¿y qué fue? Pero yo estoy pensando que le había quitado un bote. No.
happen with an overdrive arm? Rips the slasher out. Jumps. They trade hits. Crowns him from above.
Mira, para cortándome el toque está.
Player 1 is in burnout state. All in with a rush. Man tops off the tank and scores the win. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Se está salvando, güey. Yo no me sé el cumbillo
They're
ese.
still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Oh, talk about overextending. They trade hits, and now player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Shoots off a fireball up close. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. We're close to the point where one mistake could end the round. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be.
Pero en serio. No.
Player 2 on the board first.
Se vio que yo tiré el golpe y no hizo nada. La prioridad fue de él.
Drive time. Are we going to see some 5-point shows? Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Player 2 will look to apply pressure.
Pero es que él se me monta atrás, yo no puedo hacer nada. Es un dichoso, man.
Burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Just goes for it at this range. Rips sets up with the jump in. Overhead attack. Player 2 can't move. What a smart blow. What now? Dangerous range here. Close range projectile closes it out.
El avioncito.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Best round.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a fireball. Brushes that off and keeps going. The rapid fire fist sends him up. Pokes with a medium kick. Player 1 needs the weak, burns out. Barely blocks the jump it, low heavy. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Kicks out a kick. Oh, yo! Raw super here! Full stop. Nothing stops this train. These fighters are swinging for control of low heavy, but no go.
Wow, no me salió.
Real test of putting it all on the run. Go big time to end it. Never ever get a chance to show off the bench.
¿Qué no? ¿Y dónde está la pizarra?
Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
La pizarra se coloca 1:21.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Knocks them out of the air. Barry rips the slasher out. Shoots off a fireball up close. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Absorbs the attack and fires back.
Wow, que yo no logro encontrar.
All right, what's coming up next? Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 1 chases them down. Knockdown. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Unfazed by the switch and block, they're going for the scoop in there.
Wow.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Rolling Soba. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? That's a counter. big throws. Player 2 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight.
Okay, eso cuenta de abajo
that off
también.
and keeps going. Player 1, they're going for the super art.
Wow.
Jumps in. Hugs nothing but air. Player 1 blocks the low kick. Both right and super art gave good heads-up decision, opting for the dragon
Eso no lo agarró.
Doesn't miss a beat. The kick hits. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Rushing attack to start. That's a nice way to get someone's attention. The drive parry was successful. A parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? All right. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Taking stock. Grabs them. Well-timed corner switch. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 2, the kick hits! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Bueno, yo creo que vamos a terminar ya. Esta.
Jumps in. Goes to the overdrive. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Jumps up. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Looking for a chance. Player experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Good old slaps. It breaks it. Are we gonna see a knockdown? Here comes the mix-up. Sees the overhead coming. And a KO.
Que es muy fácil así, buscar espacio y uff.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build
ya se
themselves
acabó, mi gente. Esto ha sido todo. Yo estoy cansado ya. Mañana seguimos. Esto ha sido todo. Comenten, compartan, denle like. Y ya ustedes saben, una pela me dieron. Seguimos activos.